I'm sure you've all heard the term mind over matter. Well, in this video we'll be going over how to control your mind. So if you think you can't do something, it's time to erase that limit from your mind. Welcome back to our channel. He is known as the most evil character in anime history by many fans. But despite being so evil, there's still people who find him attractive or admirable. One reason for this is because of his ability to control other people's minds and make them do things for him. For example, he was able to turn Nina, a child whom he just met, into a mindless puppet by telling her to imagine herself as a butterfly. This is where things get tricky because, unlike controlling your own mind, which is relatively easy, controlling the minds of others is much more difficult. There are a lot of factors that you need to take into account, such as the other person's personality, their beliefs and their emotions. If you're not careful, you could end up making things worse. That's why it's important to study human behavior and psychology. By understanding how the mind works, you'll be able to better manipulate others. This is especially true if you want to get someone to do something for you. Everyone likes to feel appreciated, so don't be afraid to compliment others. Just make sure your compliments are sincere. Nobody likes insincere flattery. People are more likely to do things when they're in a certain emotional state. Someone who is smiling is probably happy, while someone who is frowning is probably sad. Look for changes in body language. If someone suddenly crosses their arms or legs, they may be feeling defensive or closed off. Take note of the tone of their voice. A higher-pitched voice may indicate excitement or nervousness, while a lower-pitched voice may show sadness or anger. For example, people are more likely to say yes to requests when they're in a good mood. Knowing this, you need to take advantage of the emotional state of the other person when manipulating them. By following these steps, you'll be on your way to becoming a master manipulator. With this knowledge and power, you can become anyone you want to be and achieve anything you desire. And which character would you like us to do a video on next? Leave a comment below with your thoughts. However, it's important to use this power responsibly. The wrong hands, this knowledge could be used for evil. Just remember to use your powers for good and not evil. As with anything, the more you practice, the better you'll become at it. Start by practicing on friends or family members. See if you can get them to do things by appealing to their emotions or by making suggestions. Once you've gotten good at it, you can try manipulating strangers. Here are some examples of compliments you could use. I really like your shirt. You look great in that color, you're really good at this. I admire your dedication. We'll have it linked to this video in the description below. People are more likely to say yes to requests from people they like, so it's important to make a good impression. One way to get someone to like you is to find common ground. This could be anything from a shared interest in a topic to a similar sense of humor. Once you find common ground, run with it. This is the most important step, as without control of your own mind, you'll never be able to control the minds of others. Learn how to read other people's emotions. This will help you determine what tactics to use when manipulating them. Get them to like you. People are more likely to do things for people they like. So it's important to build rapport and trust. Practice your manipulation tactics on friends or family members before trying them on strangers. Use it to build rapport and trust with the other person. And as she imagined herself as one, her consciousness began to fade away, leaving only a husk of her former self behind. It's up to the other person to decide whether or not they want to follow through on those suggestions. This will give you clues as to what they're thinking and feeling. The way you present yourself can affect how the other person reacts to you. For example, if you keep your head down and your shoulders slumped, you'll come across as being defeated. On the other hand, if you stand up straight and look the other person in the eye, you'll appear more confident. For example, if someone crosses their arms, they're probably feeling defensive. Or if they avoid eye contact, they may be feeling guilty. By reading body language, you'll be able to better understand the other person and tailor your manipulation tactics accordingly. This is why the best manipulators are often charismatic and persuasive. They're able to convince others to do things by appealing to their emotions and desires, rather than trying to force them through manipulation. This is an extremely powerful ability and one that many people would love to have. In today's video, we're going to go over how to manipulate yourself like Johan Liebert. So without any further ado, let's get started. Johan Liebert is the main character from the anime Monster. However, you must first learn how to control your own mind. That is why, step to mastering this ability is to take full control of your own thoughts and actions. This is not an easy task, but it is necessary if you want to become a master manipulator. When watching Monster, you might have thought to yourself, wow, if only I could control other people's minds like John. But what if I told you that you already have this ability within you right now? It's true. You possess the same power that John used to control Nina. and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to use it. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on any videos. Also, make sure to leave a comment below with your thoughts about Johan and which character you would like us to do a video about next. Now, let's begin. As I said before, you already have the ability to control other people's minds within you right now. There are many different ways to control your mind, but they all boil down to one thing. In order to control your mind, you must be able to focus your thoughts and ignore distractions. This is why meditation is such a popular practice among those who want to develop their mental abilities. Meditation allows you to clear your mind of all distractions and focus on the present moment. Once you've mastered this, you're well on your way to controlling your mind. Now that you've learned how to control your own mind, it's time to move on to the next step, which is controlling the minds of others. Another important thing to remember is that you can't force someone to do something against their will. All you can do is make suggestions. In order to manipulate someone successfully, you need to be aware of your surroundings and the other person's body language. It's also important to be aware of your own body language. One of the most important aspects of manipulating someone is to get them to like you. Another way to get someone to like you is to compliment them. If you want to manipulate someone successfully, you need to be aware of their emotions. Here are some tips on how to read other people's emotions. Pay attention to their facial expressions. If you want to learn more about how to read body language, we suggest that you watch our video on the subject. The last step to learning how to control other people's minds is to practice. We strongly advise you not to use this knowledge for evil, as this could result in serious consequences. To recap, here are the steps to learn how to control other people's minds. Take full control of your own mind. And that's it. Now that you know how to control other people's minds, there are a lot of possibilities that open up, but now it's time to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Johan and his ability? Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on any videos. Thanks for watching.